Title: The Awakening of the Wendigo. In the small, isolated town of Elders Hollow, nestled deep within the ancient Timberland Forest, winter's grip was harsh and relentless. Snow fell mercilessly, painting the landscape in a blanket of white, muffling the sounds of the trees as they creaked and moaned. The townsfolk, huddled in their homes, whispered among themselves about the legends of the Wendigo, a malevolent spirit from Algonquian folklore. They spoke of its insatiable hunger for flesh and its terrifying ability to mimic the voices of its victims, luring prey deeper into the cold wilderness. 17-year-old Mia Holloway often regarded the local lore as nothing more than ghost stories meant to scare children. However, this winter felt different. It started with the cattle going missing and the eerie howls echoing through the woods at night. Animals grew restless, and parents kept their children indoors after dark, afraid of what prowled outside their doors. One afternoon, Mia and her best friend, Jake, ventured into the woods, feeling a spirit of rebellion against the oppressive confinement of their homes. They trudged through the snow, laughing and playfully shoving each other as they created their own trails through the white abyss. "Did you see the way Mrs. Thompson reacted when I mentioned the Wendigo?" Jake laughed, his breath a cloudy mist in the frosty air. "I swear, she turned pale as a ghost. It was priceless. Might as well say, hey, everyone, let's go summon the creepy old Wendigo while we're at it." Mia chuckled, rolling her eyes. But deep down, she felt a twinge of unease. As the sun sank lower, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, an unsettling silence enveloped the forest. They stopped laughing. "Hey, maybe we should head back," Jake suggested, looking around nervously. "You know, just in case." Quote, "Wuss," Mia teased, but she felt the weight of the silence pressing in on her. Reluctantly, they turned to head back when a chilling wind swept through the trees. It carried with it a haunting sound, like a solitary voice echoing through the branches. Mia froze, her heart pounding. "Mia," the voice whispered, sending shivers down her spine. Jake looked at her, wide-eyed. "Did you hear that?" Ignoring the prickles of fear crawling up her spine, Mia shrugged it off. "Probably just the wind." Quote, but as they walked, the voice repeated, more insistent, "Mia." Something was wrong in Elders Hollow. With each step deeper into the woods, a strange energy thrummed in the air, suffocating and electric. When they reached the crest of a small hill, they saw it, an immense skeletal figure standing beneath the looming trees. The creature's skin was skinless, a horrific visage of crooked bones festooned with tangled locks of snow-white hair. Its eyes glowed like coals, and its mouth split into a wide grin, sharp teeth glistening in the waning light. It was the Wendigo, and it hungered. Mia screamed, and the Wendigo's eyes locked onto her. The voice grew louder, resonating with a chilling familiarity. "Mia, come closer, run," Jake shouted, grabbing her wrist as they dashed back down the hill, but the creature was fast, eerily gliding over the snow, the sound of its approach a whisper like the wind. With every breath, it felt as if the forest was closing in, the branches clawing at them. "It wants us," Mia gasped, adrenaline surging as they bolted down the narrow path they had come. The Wendigo called to them, mimicking the voices of those they loved, shouting for help, beckoning with familiar tones. "Mia, I'm lost. Please help me." The trickery made Mia hesitate, her heart torn between fear and an undeniable urge to save whoever was calling her name. But Jake tugged her hard, and they pushed onward. They burst from the tree line, the cold air striking their faces like shards of ice as they reached the edge of town. Jake didn't stop running, but Mia stumbled in place, fear and curiosity battling within her. She turned back for just a moment. The Wendigo stood at the forest's edge, shadows swirling around it like smoke, its hunger palpable in the frosty air. A soft, sorrowful tune escaped its lips again, its face painting an expression of loss and desire. With every note, it beckoned gently, promising comfort while hiding its true nature. "Mia," the voice echoed, familiar and warm. Somewhere deep inside, she sensed a connection, an unsettling familiarity. It wasn't just a monster, it was a reflection of fear, a manifestation of what she had buried deep within herself. Suddenly, she felt the icy fingers of dread grip her heart. She turned abruptly, sprinting to catch up with Jake. As they reached the threshold of the town, she didn't dare look back. They reached the safety of their homes, breathless and trembling. But the haunting call of the Wendigo echoed in her mind, a constant reminder that some myths, no matter how terrifying, sometimes morph into reality. And as the snow fell that evening, thick and heavy, Mia knew one thing for sure. The Wendigo was watching, waiting, and hungry for the next unsuspecting soul to answer its call.